me your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today I'm just going to be talking about Chiori. That's basically it. If you happen to like this video, just leave a like and subscribe. So what makes Chiori good? What does she do? What does she provide for the team? I'm just going to tell you straight up, if you want to play around with the Geo constructs, then you better pull for Chiori. Whether it be Zhongli's Big Dick Pillars, Geo Traveler's Balls, Albedo's Express Elevator, Ningguang's Sunscreen, or Ningguang's Geo Screen. Don't bother pulling for Chiori if you don't want to play around with Geo constructs, unless you pull her C1. If you pull Chiori C1, you don't gotta worry about Geo constructs. Chiori will ascend with the crit rate substat, so she can be a main DPS on field if she wants to be. Chiori's kit will basically revolve around Geo construct and her elemental skill. Chiori's A4 passive, the finishing touch, when a nearby party member creates a Geo construct, Chiori will gain 20% Geo damage bonus for 20 seconds. So having a Geo construct character will work really well with Chiori. Chiori's elemental skill basically summons a doll that does AoE Geo damage, and if it's near a Geo construct, it will add an additional doll. The damage that the doll does is based off of Chiori's attack and defense, yes, both of them. Also, the cooldown of her skill is around 16 seconds, but the duration of the dolls themselves is around 17 seconds. Her elemental skill will have two effects depending on what you do after you use her elemental skill. If you jump with Chiori, yes, if you jump with her, she basically gets this thing called, I think it's called the tapestry effect. This elemental skill basically connects with one of her passives that, you know, lets her do this shit. So if Chiori jumps after she uses her elemental skill, it will basically switch the next character in your roster and will grant all of your party members this thing called Seize the Moment. When your active character's members' normal attacks, charge attacks, and plunging attacks hit an opponent, Sode, which is the doll that Chiori summons, will execute a coordinated attack, dealing 100% of Fluttering Hassad's upward sweep damage as AoE Geo damage at opponent's location. Damage this way is considered elemental skill damage. Seize the Moment lasts for 8 seconds, and only one of the Sode coordinated attacks can be unleashed every 2 seconds. So you have Chiori, you use her elemental skill, you jump, you switch to the next character, and when that character does an attack, her doll will deal an AoE Geo damage coordinated attack, kind of similar to Raiden A's elemental skill, but with Chiori instead she has to jump. This is basically how Chiori will deal Geo off field. You basically gotta jump with her, switch to the next character, and boom, that's it. You got Geo off field. However, if you use Chiori's elemental skill, but if you refuse to jump, but normal attack instead, Chiori will basically gain Geo infusion for 5 seconds. So with Chiori, you can either play her as an off-field character, or if you want to, you can actually play her as a main DPS, which is pretty cool. Chiori's elemental burst is nothing really too fancy. It basically deals AoE Geo damage based off of Chiori's attack and also defense. The energy cost is 60 and the cooldown of the skill or of the burst is 15 seconds. I think Chiori's kit is pretty cool and unique. She can be off field if she wants, or she can be a main DPS if she wants. Definitely gonna be pulling for sure. I don't think she will save Geo. I personally don't think Geo even needs to be saved. I think it's good enough as it is. I think people just bitch about Geo because with Geo, it takes a lot more investments to build a mono Geo team. Since the crystallized reaction isn't really doing any damage, the main source of damage that's coming from mono Geo is going to be from your godly artifacts. I'm not saying that artifacts are only important for mono Geo, but in order for Geo to compete with other elemental reactions like Vape or even Dendro, right, they definitely need godly artifact roles. I would love it if they could rework crystallize or just the Geo reaction in general, but you know, I think Geo is kind of fine as it is. It's just the fact that people would rather play with Vape or Dendro because those are a little bit more easier to play. Chiori will definitely be good in mono Geo since she will be constantly surrounded by Geo constructs. Zhongli and Albedo are basically like the main forces of mono Geo. They basically carry mono Geo. It's not like you need them, but they definitely help with mono Geo, especially Big Dick Zhongli. Since I don't have Zhongli or Albedo. I might just run Chiori with Chio Traveler or Ningguang instead, or maybe even Goro. I do have Goro, since all three of them can provide Geo constructs. I do believe Goro can provide Geo constructs. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chiori is not going to work that well with Navia because Navia cannot provide any Geo constructs. Mono Geo on Navia isn't really that good either because Navia needs a way to get the crystallized reaction, and crystallize isn't really going to be happening often in Mono Geo. However, Chiori C1 basically fixes this because at C1, Chiori will gain an additional doll anyways if there's another Geo character in the party instead of a Geo construct. So if you do want Chiori to work with Navia, you unfortunately do need to pull for that C1, which kind of sucks. This will also apply with Noelle too. Also, I don't think her shield is considered a Geo construct. I think it's just a shield. Overall, she'll be very good in Mono Geo, and if you don't want to play her with Mono Geo, you can just pull for that C1. So pull her if you want to play with Geo constructs, or if you don't want to play with Geo constructs, you can either skip her or just get her C1. That's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think about Chiori. Are you going to be pulling for Chiori? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.